We put the Q in barbecue. What's up, Facebook? My name is Lee Quessenberry. I'm here with Bluff City Barbecue Supply. To my right, my brother Michael Quessenberry and our good friend Kevin Roos. He's going to show us what he does to prepare his chicken wings for game day. Kevin likes to use Rub Beautiful and Sauce Beautiful, available at BluffCityBarbecueSupply.com. Take it away, Mike.
Today, Kevin, we have some chicken wings from Red Square Meat Market in Hernando, Mississippi. And we had our buddy Chris there go ahead and cut the wings into drumettes and wingettes. So what do you like to do with your chicken wings?
First of all, cutting them into the drummies and the flats is an excellent idea. It's much easier to grill that way. The whole wings are just kind of hard to handle. The reason I like grilling chicken wings, they're not fried like your traditional buffalo wings, so you can say you're having some health food. Basically, I like to keep it simple on my wing recipes. I just hit them with a rub, and then depending on the nature of the sauce, I'll baste throughout or just sauce towards the end. Today we're using Rub Beautiful and Sauce Beautiful, so we'll use a liberal coating of the rub, and then towards the end we'll mop it with some sauce.
So we've got two different kind of rubs here. One is the traditional Rub Beautiful, and the other one is a chicken rub that we're currently developing. We're going to give it a try today. Michael, what does our new chicken rub have in it?
It's got a little bit of chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder, and also a little brown sugar to make it sweet.
We're going to start by giving the first batch a nice coating of Rub Beautiful.
You coat it pretty liberally, or how do you like to?
I usually just do this motion and let nature take its course. Gravity will do the work for you.
Okay. Now, our Rub Beautiful has a little bit more kind of a peppery taste to it. It's a little hotter, and then this new chicken rub that we're working on is a little bit milder. It has some chili powder in it that's, gives it a good flavor. But what do you prefer? Do you like a little spicier, or?
Personally, I like things as spicy as possible, but you have to be careful, because if you got people coming over for football, and sometimes they'll come over with their significant others, and they may not have the same taste and spice. So normally, if I'm making chicken wings, I'll try to cater to my audience and not spice it up if I'm having a lot of people over, because people who like spicy have a tendency to still eat the mild wings.
Oh yeah.
And they can always add additional hot sauce if they have to.
I personally like a little spicy myself too, but it's one of those things where I have to be in the mood for it, So that's a good point, because you can burn out real quick on some hot wings, and it's good to have that.
Can I get you to hit each of these with a little more, just so I don't contaminate?
Sure. A little much there, but it's alright. Mix it up anyway.
Sometimes if I'm busy, I'll try to just get a gallon Ziploc bag and kind of pre-rub the wings and then just set them overnight. That way, when the game's coming on and everyone's coming over, they're already prepped and you're just ready to roll. So after you get them all nice and evenly coated, we should be in good shape to get them started on the grill. And remember to wash your hands.
That's kind of cool, Kevin. I'm usually at the party. I'm the guy doing the cooking, so it's kind of awesome to have you on our little vlog today. So I'm having some brews with Kevin Roos.
Cheers. One thing I'll say is be careful, because if you're grilling and you're drinking and you have to feed a lot of people, trust me, I've made this mistake. Keep an eye on how many you have, because things could get dicey, and remember, people are still hungry. So let's move these wings over to the grill.
Okay, so we have a gas grill today. I typically like to do charcoal myself. Do you have a preference on what kind of grills you like to cook on?
In the past I've used a gas grill. Currently I use a charcoal grill. There's pros and cons of both. Charcoal, I think you get a little bit better of a flavor. But to be honest, the convenience of the gas grill I really enjoy. And then also I find that it's, as a hobby cook, as a backyard griller, I find it a lot easier to control the temperature
With the gas?
on a gas grill. And as an engineer, I like things to be exact if possible. So
It's also a little easier to clean up, huh?
yes,
Yeah.
clean up.
Not as much ash and that kind of thing.
Which we'll get into the story later, but I always my new thing is to recommend that you routinely clean your gas grill. And I'm trying to get as many wings under the grate as I can. Nice thing about this gas grill, we've got all three of the burners. This is a 3-burner grill going simultaneously, so that should allow for a fairly even temperature distribution. On the charcoal, you can do direct or indirect. In the case of chicken wings, I think direct would be the best, but in gas, we're just trying to get every wing we can on the grate so as to get them all done simultaneously.
Okay, so we got the wings on. What temperature do you like to cook at, or and also how long do you like to cook your wings?
On the gas grill, I'll usually heat it up to around 400, 450 for wings. Temperature dial's not showing that now, but we've had the lid open. As far as a time frame, usually 7-8 minutes. Flip them another 7-8 minutes. FDA says you want a minimum temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or approximately 74 degrees Celsius.
So do you like to typically do direct or indirect cook for the wings?
Typically, I'll do a direct if I have a larger quantity of wings, and basically, you know, if you need that grill surface. If you have a smaller amount of wings, if it's just you and a couple of people, you can just light one burner and set your wings off to another side and do it indirect. It'll take a little bit longer. I think the results are a little better, but in the case where you need to turn wings for a crowd, direct heat, evenly distributed on the grill grate, tends to work the best. So it's been about 7 minutes, which means it's time to flip the wings and give them a check. As far as tongs go, I like more of the kitchen style tongs because they have a tendency to have a spring mechanism, whereas the giant ones you typically get for the grill do not. Save your arm a little bit of work.
Yeah, I think the last pair of large grill tongs that I had, I bent them heavily, so like you're talking about, it'd be easy on my wrist. Oh yes, and we do have tongs at BluffCityBarbecueSupply.com. Looking good. Got some good grill marks on the chicken wings, and I think once we get them grilled up, I think Kevin's gonna put some sauce on them to glaze them. Why do we put sauce on towards the end, Kevin?
Well, in this case, we're using Sauce Beautiful, which is a barbecue sauce that contains brown sugar. The reason we want it, instead of basting continuously throughout, the reason we want to toss them at the end is that brown sugar will have a tendency to burn, to flare up. If you're making grilled wings with just regular buffalo sauce, where the sugar content is not as high, you can baste throughout and it will not have that effect. But we're looking for the barbecue taste of Sauce Beautiful, so we're gonna just coat them at the end.
Kevin, you mentioned your little story you wanted to tell earlier, and I heard a little preview of the story already, and so you mentioned flare up. So
Yes.
I'd like to hear about this this flare-up story.
Now, as I mentioned, I moved from a gas grill to a charcoal grill. Previously, I had a stainless steel 4-burner gas grill, one of them types when you're going by Lowe's or Home Depot and you can kind of see them setting out. I used it happily for a number of years, but as I'm pretty lazy, I never actually cleaned the grill out, and I'm not talking about just brushing the grate kind of stuff. I mean getting underneath the grate and kind of cleaning around the burners, all that ash and animal fat that kind of compiles over the years. And unbeknownst to me, my the pan at the bottom of the grill under here had corroded, had kind of rusted out. And so there was kind of a hole in the bottom that I didn't see, and it had all this residual fat, so I had a big pile of whole wings. I forget what football event it was, but I had people coming over, so I've got my whole wings on the grill, and I'm basting them. I close the grill, I go inside, I come back, and it's not hot wings, it's fire wings. And it's not fire wings, they're literally on fire. The residual oil inside the grill, coupled with the fat drippings from the whole wings, and then also the hole in the bottom of the grill pushing the air through, just incinerated it. Literally within 2 minutes my grill went from like 400 degrees to it was pegged out past 700. So obviously they were unusable. I had to have Jeff run up to the store and get some store-bought wings from the deli section just to try to pass it off like we didn't have such an embarrassing failure. I actually did that twice, trying to think that my grill was still salvageable. So the moral of the story is your gas grill, regular maintenance, regular cleaning, otherwise you will be buying a new gas grill within 4 or 5 years if you use it frequently. So it's the advice I give everyone. I also recommend a handy instant read thermometer. All you gotta do is pop it right in the thickest portion of the chicken. Keep it there for maybe 10 seconds and it gives you an instantaneous reading. Looks like we still got some work to do. It's been about 15 minutes, so we'll go ahead and stick one of the wings with our probe thermometer. And we are over the safe temperature of 165 Fahrenheit, so that means it's about time to start basting. In the Steelers mini crock pot we have Sauce Beautiful. So I'm just going to give them a good coating here. And again, if you're using Sauce Beautiful or God forbid another type of barbecue sauce, wait till the end to do the basting so it's to not burn.
Kevin, are you all about that baste?
I am in fact all about that baste, particularly with Sauce Beautiful. The thing I like about it is, unlike a lot of other sauces, it's thinner and it's more of a finishing sauce. So it's really easy to apply a nice even coat without big clumps falling off in every which direction and falling through the grill grate and flaring it up. Now some people like to just go ahead and cook the wings and then shake them in a big bowl with the sauce, which gives you a nice even distribution, but I like to coat them towards the end of the cook because the temperature will kind of even out and you won't be taking either sauce that you've had to heat up or room temperature sauce and shaking them on fresh, hot, crispy wings. And also, I'd like to mention in terms of your grill tools, get a nice basting brush that's either rubber or silicone. It is a lot easier to clean up than one of those paintbrush type deals.
Man, Kevin, those are looking really good.
I hope they taste good. They look pretty good for sure. It should about do it.
We got the hot and the mild separate. Awesome. So I think we're gonna get these put on a little serving tray with our carrots and celery and a little bit of ranch. And Kevin, thanks for cooking with us today.
My pleasure. Next time, beer's on me, guys.
All right.